Two, three, four. Welcome, friends, to our podcast where the topics range wide and the vibe is lax. Screw up, sesh. Screw up, sesh. Welcome, everybody, to the Sus podcast.
Uno Galactico. Dos Maharlika. Galleon Zephyrus. Fuego Rubinos. Long ago, the four Batshirts lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the podcast attacked. Only the screw-ups, master of all four Batshirts, could stop them. And when the world needed them most, we were right here. So welcome everybody to our new Sus podcast episode. Yes, get all the laughs out now.
Got that Avatar.
That was the Avatar The Last Airbender theme. If you guys don't know, great show. You should watch it. But welcome everyone to the new episode of the Sus podcast. We're back again for another really cool topic. One that we wanted to talk about for a long time, and for a lot of the people who are viewing and don't know a lot about the four of us, this is basically going to be the podcast where we explain how we all met, why our group is called the Screw Ups in the first place, along with all of our best grade school, high school memories, and the transition from high school to college, including, all of our expectations turned realities and all our comparisons to further help all those people, who are transitioning from high school to college now to kind of get a feel of what everything's going to be like, depending on how you guys view that experience going as of now. So, yeah, we're just going to go around talking about how all of us met first. So, okay, out of the four of them, I met in Self first because I was a new student in grade 7 during 2011. So I transferred to CSA from my old school, and so was my classmate. Mind you, we were like 400 plus in the batch. So being paired with a single person, the odds are very
slim.
It's not common. Yeah. And so was my classmate, and we were friends, but we weren't that close yet. And then during that year, I joined badminton club, which they only accepted one student per section. And since I was a new student, my advisor automatically let me be the one to take the spot. So I ended up joining badminton club where I met Diego.
Yeah.
And he was very quiet and didn't know a lot about badminton. It was kind of weird to me because
I knew enough.
I used to play badminton and I was smaller, and that's why I joined. But when he got there, he was prepared. He had the badminton racket and everything, but I didn't know anyone, so I asked him if he wanted to be my badminton partner, and he was like, "Yeah, G lang." And I always saw him as just that. Recto, I met because whenever I would see Diego walking around, most likely Recto was somewhere close behind. And
We were
during my third year of high school, when Diego was my classmate, I had actually decided that I wanted to transfer classes. Not because of Diego, but
Thanks,
because,
man.
because I don't know, I wanted to be with a lot more of my friends. And good thing I didn't. That turned out to be one of the best classes that I had. And that's how me and Diego became like super close friends. During our prom, the four of us shared a table. And that's how we all kind of got together and formed this little
Conclave.
family. Well, at least from my end. So, who would like to go next?
I'll take it next.
Anyone?
I'll take it next. All right. So since you already know how I and Anton met, I'm gonna skip forward to how I and Jago met. We met on a sunny day.
Oh, no.
Grade 5.
No.
Grade 5. I didn't interact much with Jago because he was busy. You know what he was busy with? Busy with another person whose name was also Jago.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Not name dropping.
So
We're not
these
name
two
dropping.
fellows
We're
were both named Jago, and they hung out all the time. I was just there, in the background, observing, occasionally interacting. Jago, the current Jago, will occasionally come up to me, and asked me, "Hey, what's up, Matt Lord?" Because I'm good in math. So I'm saying, "Okay, then it's fine." Anyway, that's how I met Diego with another Diego in grade five. Now, this is
I
how I
hate
met
this.
the next guy, Ramon. It was also a sunny day. Second year this time. Second year of high school. Since in this country, there's no K-12 yet at that time. Very underdeveloped, right? Anyway, I met Ramon in second year high school. He was with another guy. His name was Diego.
I knew it.
Strangely enough, all the guys who's not Anton, all of these who I met was with another guy named Diego. Now, this does not mean the name Diego is famous in this country. Just so happens, I just met the Diegos at the right time. And Ramon, too. So,
I hate this.
as I was hanging out with Ramon and Diego in second year, I noticed something. We think alike. Great minds think alike. That's how we became very good friends. And as Anton said, prom table. We sat in the same prom table. Great minds think alike. That's the
Great
story
company.
of how I met
I hate this.
the screw up.
Your mother.
How I met the Screws.
All right, I'll go next.
Alright, sige.
Yeah. Then I'll
All right,
just
so
like
I'll do like oldest to newest
Newest.
at that time.
Sige.
Oldest friend to newest friend.
Sige.
So I first met Diego, grade 7. I was also a new student like Anton. So like I didn't even like immediately go to him like when I first entered the room and all that. Obviously I was alone. And like I vaguely remember my first interaction with him was in the cafetorium. I was like I saw him sitting somewhere there eating fries. And I was like, ooh, I want to get my hands on some fries too. And then I approached him and I was like, hey man, where'd you get your fries? And the rest was history. So like we started hanging out. You know, we were pretty much just together all the time. And yeah.
Hmm.
And then Incel is the next guy that I met. It was on a random day, first year high school. Me and Love were just by the
Oh. Yeah.
we were just outside the high school building, like by the benches of the parking lot, I think. And then
Yeah.
we were with another friend of ours. I won't say the name anymore. And then Insel just happened to be like passing by. And then that friend of ours called Insel and then referred to him as the Matt Wizard or the Matt Lord or something like that. So that was like my very first interaction with Insel. But second year was the time that I really got to know him because we were classmates. Me, Diego, and Insel were classmates. So the three of us just started hanging out. We kind of clicked. But it was majority like me and Diego hanging out still because Insel had his own stuff then. And then, yeah, then last but not least, we have Anton, whom I met third year. So this year was the year where me and Diego were actually not classmates anymore for the first time. Like we were classmates grade 7 to second year. And then third year, the streak was like, so yeah, I mean, I was pretty much kind of alone for the first part of like for the first few days of third year. Because Locke was also hanging out with his classmates in his class. Yeah, so he was with Anton. So it was Jago and Anton in that one class. And then, I don't know, like a couple of weeks, maybe even months after that. I don't remember how long it took for me to join the group. Like in the cafetorium, in the table that where we used to sit on. But yeah, I kept coming there because, you know, Love was there, Enzo was there, and then Anton was there. So like my first impression of him was like, he was kind of like this really dominant guy. He was kind of like the leader in a sense. Because you were like, you were the one who was like,
Talking.
I don't know.
Bossing around Diego.
No, I kind of got that vibe from you in a sense.
He initiates.
Yeah, he talked a
Yeah,
lot.
he initiates. Yeah, but yeah, then I just sat down, kept hanging out with them, and then sooner and later, me and Anton also started, clicking. And then yeah, actually fourth year, it was me, Anton, and Diego in one class, and then I actually ended up like going around school with Anton more often than Diego. So yeah,
Yeah.
but as a collective group, the four of us really established like around third year ish. So and then from then college, and then yeah.
What a dream team we have here, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen.
Yeah, I guess
So why
Why?
I guess
why do we? Oh wait, did you not go? Oh no,
Nah, dude.
go.
No, because
Technically, like that's how everyone met.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't need to explain anything. So
Lucky you.
Go
No,
ahead,
like
it's
from
good.
your side. From your
Yeah,
side.
from your
my
side.
Point of view.
Gosh, I feel
Okay.
so bad. I thought everyone was done.
That's so bad.
Yeah, it's
Don't
okay,
forget
man.
The Jagos.
Because I mean, we're used to me starting because that's what we did the last few times. But yeah.
Eldest
Okay.
person.
Gonna be very short and sweet. Okay. Grade so from oldest to newest. First, I was classmates with Incel in grade 5, like he said. I don't remember talking to him until he actually became my seatmate. And he was like during in between classes, he was doing Kumon. And I was like, why are you doing
Come
that?
on.
And I was just like, come on, man, you gotta chill with the studies. But okay, but it seems like it worked for him, so I didn't understand that. So yeah, we didn't interact like as often in grade 5. Then when we became classmates again second year, that's that's where we started become close again. So yeah, so I met him the earliest. Then next was Ramon. Yeah, he was a new student. I really don't remember. I didn't initially remember that moment. The one where he asked for fries. My first like from what I remembered without that memory, my first interaction with him was in PE. We were
Yeah, that
teammates
also,
in
yeah.
basketball. Yeah, so it was like 3v3, but like I have asthma, so I get tired easily. So I kept on like subbing him in, but whenever I get like a few seconds of rest, our team captain is just like, Diego, come back. I'm like, no. I'm like,
Clearly,
give
I
me
was doing a
moment.
great
Let him
job.
play. No, because like also like it's like I know how it feels to like be in a team then not get to play a lot. So I wanted him to like play because it is PE. Everybody should get to play. Like
That's true.
no, because like
Like-
we didn't know how good he plays since
Bro,
nobody.
I
knew
didn't
him.
even care about basketball at that
Yeah,
point.
nga. Yeah, but like I was like, you should still get to play. Like it's only fair. And I get tired easily, so it also benefits me. So but yeah, that's like those are like that's what I remember. Those are first interaction. Then he reminded me about that fries thing. Then that made more sense.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
then the next one was Anton. Because like what he said, we were in badminton club. And in my defense, I'm not an expert in badminton. I initially didn't want to be there, but that was already my club the previous year, and I got comfortable. So I was like, you know what? I'm not getting into basketball again. So nobody would go to badminton in my class. So I went back. Yeah. I have to be honest, badminton wasn't my first choice, but basketball is so popular in our school. I didn't have a choice
Are
but
you
to go
saying
with my
badminton
backup.
wasn't popular? Thanks, man.
Badminton is
No,
a great
because
sport.
like because the fact that they only allow one person per class,
Yeah,
That
that's
means-
kind of
they limit.
Discrimination.
Plus,
Yeah.
basketball is just really popular here. It's just a fact.
Unhealthily popular.
So yeah, to sum up what they all said, we really got close in third year, and I think Ramon, you joined us. I think only a few weeks because you were there when I was planning my proposal. So yeah, you were already there. So it didn't take that long, Ramon. So
Hmm.
good times.
Well, I mean, prom was February, right?
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
I
Sakto
did that.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But I did the proposal in like August.
Yeah, he didn't.
Great.
Yeah.
Diego wanted to succeed really early.
Because
Yeah. Made
that's
his
a story for
preparations in
another
time.
day. That's a story for another episode. Or maybe this one, but
I mean,
That's high school memories. I mean,
Mhm.
I mean,
High school.
we'll see where the road takes us.
let's save it for
Maybe I
another
will
episode.
Yeah.
Let's save it for like a big episode just surrounding about that.
Okay. What a group of people we have here.
Yeah.
It's crazy that to think if let's say me and Recta had been classmates in grade 7, we technically all would have met at some point, like before third year.
yeah. I feel, yeah.
Because I already had interactions with like with Diego
Me
and
and Jake.
Incel.
Yeah, and even like I said, Diego was my oldest friend. Like even if we didn't go that far back, like if I met him just like in third year, I still would have like vibed with you anyway.
Thanks,
so
man.
Yeah.
even
That's a
Enso,
compliment.
even Enso, yeah.
Yeah, I actually don't remember how Incel ended up in our prom table also. But pretty
he
happy
was-
he did.
Because he was
Yeah.
usually near the table. Because Anton has his like spot in our cafetorium.
Yeah.
Then I
Yeah.
was like, you know what, I'll join him. Then it just so happens Insel was there.
Adjacent
And I told
to the table. I was
Ramon.
on another
Yeah.
table.
Then Ramon was also there. So we were like, oh, okay. I guess that becomes our spot now.
Yeah, man.
It's pretty good.
Our plot of land
is-
be
it was-
claimed.
It was a pretty good spot.
Wow, I
pretty
don't
good.
even remember that. I need to refresh my memories on
It's fine.
high school. And
I'm
grade.
just assuming, man, that because that's how
I'm sure you don't have
that's how
Alzheimer's
I
yet.
think.
Anyway, so yeah, that's how pretty much all of us met.
Yeah.
I mean, being in school as big as San Agustin, everyone is kind of bound to meet at some point, but you don't know when it's gonna be in like your long journey. It's just it's very miraculous and coincidental that the four of us ended up crossing paths with one another and forming this group. I don't even know how it was formed. So, okay. Yes, our group is called the Screw Ups. Why are we called the Screw Ups? Honestly, we're not so sure also. It just kind of stuck because it's very
It fits.
I know it's a very uncommon Barkada like name, but it's very fitting for the four of us because a lot of the moments where we bonded are over stupid things that happened to each of us throughout the course of like our grade school and high school lives, and just to prove how ridiculous and like out of the ordinary those events were. We're each gonna share one event for all of you for your
Personal
viewing pleasure and entertainment and our personal suffering. So I will go first
Okay.
because
Oh, no.
up to now these guys cannot let this one go. So basically, there was this one day in 7th grade when Insa was my classmate where we were in an HE class. That's like home economics. And I think we were in the middle of a lecture and our teacher was kind of strict. And I freaked out because my pen ran out of ink. So I did this really stupid thing where I thought would work. So I opened the pen from the back and I got the tube with the pen
With the ink.
inside. And I decided, if I blow it, it might shoot it towards the front end of the pen. But I don't know what happened. For some reason, I ended up swallowing it by accident. I sucked it all in, and I felt all the ink go into my mouth. And I tried to cover my mouth with my hand, and I could see like all the blue. And I could see like Incel and my other seatmates looking at me, and I covered with my covered mouth. I said, "Dude, I think I swallowed pen ink." And they could see the ink on my hand, so they just started laughing, which didn't help at all. And I had to go to my teacher to ask if I could use the restroom with my hand covering my mouth so that she wouldn't freak out. I think I just said, Miss, I need to use the restroom. I just prayed to God that she didn't see the ink on my hand. So she said, okay, okay, go. I don't even think she looked at me because she was so into her lecture. And then the last thing I remember was when I opened the doorknob and I let it go, a lot of the ink was on the doorknob. That's when I bolted to the bathroom. And yeah, when I got back, everyone started saying that like I was a zombie because I looked like my mouth was a black hole.
Yeah,
Like my tongue was all
like The
fluent. As,
Walking Dead.
as much as I wanted to like get all of it out, like I couldn't till I got home. And yeah, that kind of stuck for a long time. Like especially Inso doesn't want to let it go up to now. So now everyone knows, and yeah, that's my screw up moment. Hope you all are satisfied with that. Someone please go next.
I love how
I
you're
guess-
you're wearing the blue bass shirt also.
Yeah.
No, but the pen ink was like more black colored. So
Your blue ink turned into a blue shirt.
yeah, turn into
And a blue
And a
tumbler.
blue bottle.
Yes.
He's embracing it. Now.
Blue is my
Full
favorite
circle.
color.
Came full circle.
Obviously, swallowing the ink was taking it to an extreme level, but
Yeah.
Did you really swallow it, or was it just
yeah, some of it I swallowed.
Swallowed
Like
some
how
of
I'm
it.
alive today.
I was
I
even
have no
there
idea.
shouting, "He's gonna die!"
Yeah, look at this guy. What a friend. Publicizing my flaws, my misfortunes.
What a
Yeah.
chat.
Whatever.
Well,
Even though I want
Chad.
to punch
Never gonna
his
forget
face off.
that.
Like,
Never gonna forget.
Okay. I guess I'll go next. 'Cause
yes,
mine
go.
is
Someone just go. So
mine
you
is
can forget.
relatively tame. It's not that big of a screw up, but okay. So in CSA, we have this college fair, which is around end of January or start of Feb. Basically that during that time of the year. And each class, there's this competition. It's called the Fair King and Queen. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, basically each class will basically have a representative as to go for the fair king and queen. That's what happened before. Usually, every class, but in our third year, um, they had to hold auditions first to see if the pairing of that class can go through to the event during our college fair. So so nobody in our class wanted to do it. So this one class, or this is one girl classmate of ours was like, okay, since nobody wants to do it, I'll be a representative as the candidate for being the fair queen. Then she was for for that day, the day of the auditions, she was asking all of the guys if they wanted to to be her partner. Well, the ones like she could actually talk to, because like the rest like she didn't vibe with. So I think she asked like two people, and both said no. Then she got to me. I was like, ah, shoot, I need because like I noticed that she was asking around, and I was like, "Oh God, please don't ask me. I don't want to do this." But she, after those two guys rejected her, she went to me, and I was like, "Oh no." Then I was like, she was well, she was my you could I guess she was a friend. We weren't close, but I was tolerable of her. Like I didn't hate her, but I wasn't super close with her. So she asked me, and I was like, "No, I really don't want to do this." And she's like, "No, come on, come on." And she's also a singer. I forgot to say that. So there was also supposed to be a talent portion for that audition, and she was like, "No, we just gotta sing something." I was like, "No, I really don't want to." She was very insistent. I was like, "Shoot," because like nobody wants to do this, and we really need a representative. So I was trying to be nice. I was like, "Okay, fine. What are we gonna sing?" Then what was the song? So the song she picked was "Lucky." And lucky I'm in love, my best friend. Yeah, that God, it's not even my best friend, bro.
The first song that came to my mind was "Get Lucky," so I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yo, can you? If I did that, because it was already released at that point. If I did that,
Yeah, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, you probably
To be
were.
honest, before you
Yeah,
said
but
Lucky, I
you,
thought the song you're gonna sing was
yeah.
Little Mermaids Under the
Understand?
Sea.
Under the sea.
Why?
Yeah,
I'll be her
Diego will
flounder.
be Sebastian.
yeah, Jago
No,
Sebastian, and she's Flounder.
no, what? Bastion and Ariel? No, okay. Okay, back to the point. So that day, so yeah, day of the audition, we practiced during lunchtime, and I still didn't want to do it, so I was like half efforted. So, so so it was almost the time for the audition, and in my head, I'm like thinking, yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna, if we're gonna go like pass the audition. So I was like, you know what?
What an attitude.
I'm not. No, because I knew chemistry had to be a thing, and we didn't have the best chemistry because we're not that close.
They had
So I was
biology.
like, you know what? I'll try my best. Try to make it seem like we have chemistry, but but looking back at it, yeah, I think I kind of low key sabotaged it. so
Bro.
so audition.
Bro moment.
We did the song. I tried. I really tried my best with the singing. I'm not the best singer, so so they weren't really impressed. So after the talent portion, they had to they had a Q&A just to test the chemistry if it's like fair king and queen material. So I think the question was like, why did you pick why were you paired with each other? Then she said something.
Oh
that,
no.
then I was like nice naman rin. I was like, oh, you know, we're like good friends, blah blah blah. And I think, you know, we have decent chemistry.
Lie.
Yeah, but yeah,
You
I really-
lied.
yeah, I
They
really
saw
lied.
through the lies of the Diego.
Yeah, I mean, cause like,
Classic moment.
okay, because to be honest, if it was actually one of my friends who I was paired with, I think we would have like done like we would. There was like a decent chance we could have made it to the fair, but it wasn't. So also that day, it was club day, and I really just wanted to because usually in our club, me and Ramon's club, we were in frisbee. And our batch had a reputation where we didn't play as often, so we were
Yeah,
just
we didn't
there.
play at all.
We were just there because okay, that reputation only started that year. That previous year, it was usually just us two and our other classmate who was also in that club who were only playing from our batch. But for some reason that year, we just didn't feel like playing a lot. I don't think we played at all that year. So yeah. So I just wanted to just chill there, hang out with my friend. So I think I low key like unintentionally sabotaged it so I can just get out. Because I remember literally going out of the classroom, immediately got my bag and went straight to the field. Just to like get out of there because I didn't want to stay any longer.
In summary, he didn't care.
In summary, I was I was a I was a
He
bad
didn't
guy.
care.
I was, but you know.
What's she gonna do? Another
I-
screw up right there. Sabotage
That's-
himself.
Cause come on, like I didn't want to, and like I remembered in that audition there were like 2-3 sections that didn't have their rep, so I was like, can I just go?
What would have given
like-
you a better chance and you still sabotage?
No, cause like I didn't want to, cause like I don't want like okay, no offense, I don't want her, I don't want her as my partner, cause we're not that close. Like what can we do? We're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna sure lose. If we really want to win, if I really wanted to win, I would have gotten a friend, but none of them were G, so I was just being nice to that classmate. Yeah. So yeah,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I tried to be a nice guy, but eventually
And you finished
unintentionally
last.
sabotaged the audition. Yeah. I think
Okay,
she
that
was
was
hoping
just-
for I think she
that
was
was
hoping
mean.
for a High School Musical kind of moment.
Thank you for
no.
showing her reality.
Yeah.
I've been looking for.
Showed her reality.
Yeah, her reality was like
You guys are basically Troy and Sharpay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
During
John
the
really
You Are the
said this
Music
before.
and Me
Yeah.
scene where he didn't want.
Yeah, then
we're
Troy was
still
like
we're
confused on
still
what's
connecting with
happening.
the other episode.
Yeah.
I was just standing and I'm like, whoa,
What
where did the pyro
happened?
come from? Yeah, that's more of a
Okay,
funny than a
so Diego
screw up.
was a bit of a jerk, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Destroy the girl's dreams.
That's okay. Who wants to go next?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think Ramon should be last.
Yeah,
There we
Ramon.
go.
Sige. I'll go next.
Alright, sige.
Alright. My personal screw ups moment was during this group presentation. I call it presentation. Group presentation on this activity which concerns a certain song called The Sound by Simon and Garfunkel. So the objective of this presentation was to do some actions and sing along to the song according to the spirit in which it was written. So I participated with my group, did some actions, and when this certain actions came up, this action was the people on the left side would raise their left arms like this. Okay? Like this, like this, like this. Then same thing on the other side, like this. For people on the right side, ito. But I had an issue. My issue was I was in the middle. I wasn't in the left. I wasn't in the right. So I was in the middle.
You were
So
just right.
yeah, I was in this
So
right
what did
I
spot.
already know.
you
I have a feeling I know where this is gonna go.
I was in this right spot. But for some reason, my genius, I didn't bother bringing up this issue for some reason. So no one noticed. I was doing like this. But that's not that's not finished yet. Because
Oh
after
no.
this action,
There's more?
yeah, another action is where the arms are brought within. So it's like this for people on the left side. And people on the right side naman like this. But since we were practicing and I didn't bring up this issue and no one noticed I was in the middle. I did like this.
You're praying.
What,
Praying in
what
the
were you
song,
praying during the song?
sound of silence. And I swear, nobody noticed but me during the group practices and group presentation. I never brought it up. On the day of the presentation, we were all ready. We had our costumes or whatever, our actions memorized and all. So when the time came to those actions, I was doing this. Those my group mates were like wondering, why is everyone laughing so hard? This is just not the spirit of the song. Ayun pala, when they did like this,
Spirit.
they did all of them song. I was doing like this. Bloody hell, even the teacher was laughing so hard. This is all my fault.
Prayer
Bad
boy.
insult to injury. I couldn't sing anymore because it's so funny. I was like laughing while doing
You should,
yeah,
Denzel,
so for the rest of the
you should
song,
have you should
I
have
couldn't
done it
say
like
any
some like
lyrics. I
martial
was
arts
laughing.
thing.
I was just laughing. I'm not gonna lie. My group got a low grade for that.
You heard it here, folks. Only good at
That's
math.
funny. That's not true, but that's a screw up moment that I remember. Forever.
Okay, for disclaimer, none of us here knew that.
Yeah,
So,
Is
yeah.
that a-
that was the first time for us to hear
I was
that.
expecting it to go last, but damn.
You should have turned it into some martial
Sana
arts
someone
thing.
took a
You're like, "Ah."
picture.
Oh, I didn't think of that. I was just doing like this.
Yeah, you should. And so you should have done this. Then you should
I swear, I don't understand how no one noticed.
you would have
So,
gotten like perfect.
yeah, dude, I don't understand how no
'Cause
one noticed. Siguro if someone noticed and brought it up, Siguro it would have been his fault. Pero
I think
my big brain didn't,
I
didn't
think your
work.
group mates just assume that you just pick your side and not go middle.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're probably like, Intel's got this. He's smart
feel
enough.
ko rin.
Yeah. Yeah, you were in the pilot class. So the pilot class,
Co-pilot,
for those who don't know,
co-pilot.
well, okay. Okay, so for of the pilot class, for those who don't know,
Like the star
those
section.
are basically, yeah, that's where all of the smart people, like
The highest
group
achievers in our
to.
batch in terms
Yeah,
of like
so like they
average.
challenge each other
Mm.
academically. Then co-pilot was like the next,
The second
the next,
batch.
Yeah.
the second, like second class. Yeah,
Then everyone else just ordinary class.
Yeah,
yeah, and also
Except for
choral.
choral. Choral is the
was
singers. Yeah, yeah.
choral. Okay, they're not just singers. They're basically anything in MAPE, music,
Yeah,
arts,
musically
education.
inclined, like,
So they basically jammed everybody
Yeah,
who's good in the
It's
minor
pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
together. Yeah, it was cool.
Okay, Ramon, steal us
Screw
off.
up.
All right, Ramon.
All
It's your
right.
time to shine.
So for mine, it was for a class like project in fourth year. It was for CLE, Christian Living Education. So I don't really remember the gist of the activity other than we have to construct a play that was about anything. Or
I
like,
think-
was it about a movie?
I think
Any
it was something
movie?
about values.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was-
something
it was
about
we had to, like,
values.
Yes,
But
Yeah,
we
yeah.
had to include something religious to it. Like put a
Yeah, yeah,
religious
yeah.
spin to it.
Yeah.
So it could be like a play of about anything, then just put something religious in it. So my group, I was actually with Diego in this group, so he
And
knows
Anton.
all about this.
And me. We were all
were we
together.
groupmates?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay, okay.
filmed your. Yeah.
He
Oh
was
yeah,
like
yeah.
writer.
Sorry.
he didn't want to act.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So our group chose the movie Disney from the Disney movie, Tangled. So that's
Underrated.
Rapunzel's story. Yeah, pretty underrated movie too.
Great.
So we were just brainstorming, like the group was brainstorming, and then we were coming up with cast members. So obviously the main guy or the prince in that movie was Flynn Rider.
Eugene.
And then my group decided to make me Flynn Rider, even though I didn't want to.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, I'm screwed because that's like the one of the lead roles. So like lots of lines.
it is the lead role.
Oh yeah, and Rapunzel. So yeah, co-leads. So yeah, we had the script and then we were practicing in school and outside school, usually during the weekends.
Good times.
And then there was this one part where I had to sing. Of course, I had to sing. It was the part where Eugene, Flynn Rider, and Rapunzel were in the boat, and then it was like the lantern scene. That's like one of the
amazing.
highlights of the movie. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's
So the
beautiful.
song was the song we sang, me and my classmate, my female classmate. We sang like, what's the name of the song? And at last
I see the light. I see
and
the
at
light.
last I see the light. So, yeah.
He got it. Look at that.
So I was like super nervous because we had to perform it. Well, not in like a theater or something, but just in the classroom. But we had an audience. So I sang the song. We were in like a makeshift boat. And then I really tried my best to like just perform it well, even though it was super bad. And then me and my partner were just trying to like finish the entire thing so we could be over with. But the real screw up moment for me was okay, so it was a play. So there are scenes, right? Since it's not a movie, you can't just like make it the camera cut to the next scene. So what we did, since we were in a room, we had the light switch. So we would turn off the light switch when one scene was done, and then we would turn it on for the next scene. So
That's my job.
for this next scene, I was supposed to be dead. Like I was supposed to be unconscious on the ground. So they turned off the lights because the scene before that scene where I was supposed to be on the ground was done. So me using my big brain, I went ahead and lied down on the floor, pretending to be unconscious. And then people started laughing, like everyone, because they were like, "What's he doing on the floor?" And then I was like, "Oh, I'm supposed to be dead. I'm supposed to be here." And then they were like, "No, no, no, you're not supposed to be there." And I'm like, I'm just readying myself. Like in my defense, I was like, I placed myself in that spot so that when they turn on the lights, I was already there. So the scene would start like flawlessly. But apparently, these people think I was just some idiot who was too excited to start the next scene. So yeah, but hey, we did get a pretty good grade for that one.
Yeah, I
I
think we
think
did.
Yeah,
I think we got
and-
like
yeah,
80,
and my
90.
teacher was like, "Oh, best actor goes to Ramon." No, like-
I mean, it's true. It's true. He was the best.
yeah,
Also, just to remind you, Roman, it could have been worse because our original plan for that play was the one playing as Rapunzel was a guy wearing a wig.
yeah, it was
The
supposed
guy
to be
with
one of
the
our
wig.
one of
So
our
he would have been paired
mates.
with Ramon.
Class.
He
Yeah,
would have
yeah.
been crying.
Blondie.
It would have been harder since we would have been able to take things seriously.
Yeah, in the boat you would have been like.
Yeah, in the
so
boat.
thank God he wasn't able to go to practice. So
Yeah, yeah.
And we saw him in his
He had to
costume, the
replace-
guy, and it was just.
terrible.
Our teacher was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
he became the mother of Rapunzel, right? Like
No, we had
mother-
another friend being the
Oh.
mother. He just
Was he
didn't
the-
do anything
Was he
anymore.
the queen? I didn't do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
He didn't do.
No, I mean,
He didn't do it.
I don't know.
He didn't do
I-
anything anymore.
Okay.
yeah. Speaking of costumes, like my costume was super inaccurate. 'Cause
Yo-
I was
yo-
supposed to have like a vest, like a blue vest thingy,
Yeah.
but I didn't have one, so I just wore like a white long sleeves polo.
Yeah, so he just
Yeah,
looked like any
wait,
guy
was
ever.
Wasn't like one of our teachers' comments was like, because I was wearing, because I was supposed to be a guard, and I couldn't
Yeah,
find
yeah.
Armor.
the royal guard outfit, so I was just, you know what, we can just like say na, Miss, this was modernized in a way, so I just
Yeah,
wore like
modernized.
a white sleeve.
Big brain.
So then one of her comments was like, why is it that this like, so we were like standing in the stage in like the platform, and they were like, why does this side look like they're actually from the movie and this one is from modern day? And we're like,
It's
Yeah, we
modern
didn't-
fusion.
we didn't coordinate we didn't coordinate the costumes well.
Yeah, even
We
the
should've just
bag.
went
Like,
all in.
like I know Flynn had like a satchel
Yeah.
or something. The bag I used was actually
I think he
a
got-
home economics project.
Yeah.
So, you know.
A weaving bag that you had to do for like a
Yeah,
year
a
before. That
weaving
just
bag.
looked like a satchel.
Yeah, because it was brown, so you know,
Yeah.
Man, it's a
and it
closest
had
thing,
the strap.
the closest thing we got.
It was,
Yeah.
you know, it was closest
that was
to
fine.
what we were going for.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah. We had a lot
So
of
those were
Good time.
individual like
we're just one each from from each.
yeah.
of our
That's just one each from all of us. We have way more.
We have-
you know,
imagine all of us combined together.
Our
bro.
intellect and brains.
All the stuff that we've
We're
done.
like Captain Planet, but like for screw ups.
Tin Planet.
Yeah, honestly,
all-
we have a lot of like high
We
school
have more.
memories together.
We have more.
We're not gonna get too into detail because like a lot of them don't involve all of us,
Yeah.
like as a group. But you know, we can talk about how we found out our college entrance test results because that we actually found out like more or less together.
Did Insel find out with us?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Oh,
He did also. I mean, okay, for context, because Insa is like a really smart guy, we just expected that he was gonna get into every school,
They're right.
which he
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
He got
Which he
into
did,
all
yeah.
UP, Ateneo,
All of
LaSalle. But for like the four of us, the
We
big one, well, okay, yeah, because we weren't sure where Insa like really wanted
Was
to
it-
go. And for me at that time, I wanted to go to Ateneo, but I got waitlisted. So I was kind of just like in a no college. Well, a half in. And then I found out I got into UANP a few weeks after. So I had one.
You
school.
did?
Yeah, I
You
did.
did? I didn't even know
Yeah,
you
I got
applied.
into UANP. Yeah. So I was safe. I had that. I had CSB, but I was waiting for LaSalle just in case. And they had told all of us that
Oh,
they were gonna release the results like April still. And instead, LaSalle decided to release it in the middle of February. So when we were walking Diego to his bus area,
no. So this is how I found out. So because usually during after class, if I'm not hanging out with them, I usually just wait by my bus. So like my bus driver won't have a problem, and like just we can leave immediately. So I was just there using my phone. Then my mom texted me that I passed into the cell. So I immediately went out of my bus, and it just so happens that I saw Ramon and Anton just walking by. And I immediately ran up to them and told them, "Yo,
yeah,
I just passed
this
into
asshole
SU."
was like, "Yo, the results are in. I got in."
Yeah.
And then me and
they
Ramon
were
started
like,
panicking.
they were shocked.
We were just
Yeah.
watching. It was like a war zone. All of our batchmates just like running all over
Ran
the
to the
place,
library.
checking the computers and all of that.
Yeah.
And for Ramon, like it was like the riskiest situation because
You only played.
that
You
was
only
the only college that he applied to, even though we told him like this is a bad idea. You should have like a safety school. He was so confident. He was like, "Nah, man, I got this."
No,
Like,
I wasn't
the
confident, man. I was
the
freaking out.
audacity. The audacity.
well,
of
okay,
this.
he told us
No,
he was
but-
confident.
I mean, enough, confident enough.
Yeah.
I think when I found out, man, it was like this shortly after Love did, because I remember, I fondly remember finding out in the bus area also. And then
Yeah,
I
we
was
all
like,
did.
"Oh."
You and me were still together when
Yeah,
we had left off already.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I
I
just
think you
texted
guys
my
checked your account.
yeah. I texted my dad at that. Then I was like, I got in. And then yeah, it was a pretty
Yeah.
chill bus ride home that day,
Pretty good
knowing I
day.
have my future secured.
Yeah, okay. Knowing that the two of them, because I was the last one to find out, knowing that the two of them got in made me even more scared. Because I was like, oh shit, what if I didn't get in? And I remember seeing a bunch of batchmates who didn't get in and their reactions, and that just freaked like the hell out of me. So like I finally got Wi-Fi. I don't remember whose phone I used, but I finally got Wi-Fi in the bus area, and I opened the LaSalle portal. And I remember as Love's bus was driving away, he was sitting by the door, and I ran after his bus because I said, "Yo, I got in also."
I think we were switching parking at that time. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I got in. And then I immediately called my dad, and I was like, Dad, I got into LaSalle. He's like, oh yeah. And then the rest is history. But even after that, like we all didn't think that we were all gonna be in LaSalle together because
Yeah.
we did actually end up in the same college, not in the same course though. But like, yeah, this is the part
Yeah.
where we were sure that our dynamic as a group was gonna change because, of course, when you get to college, you know,
Everything.
you have all these
changes.
expectations, yeah, and
Yeah.
you meet all these new people, and being in different colleges and different blocks, different courses, we're bound to get separated. So we made it a point to meet at least once a year. We have this Christmas tradition where we meet a few days before Christmas and we watch whatever like the big movie is.
Yeah.
Usually
Whether it's
Star Wars.
I think one time, yeah, we tried to watch Aquaman, but it didn't make the
That
Loy. Yeah, after that, it never made
stopped.
the Loy again, which was the part where like it was starting to get concerning because like two of us were in relationships, so we were sure that was gonna take a toll on everyone's like friendships with each other, and it was getting like harder and harder to like kind of find time to hang out while in school. So before we end this podcast, we're just gonna talk about like the transition from high school to college. You know, all of what we expected, what turned out, what actually happened, and like all the comparisons and all of that. So if you guys have any, you know, expectations that you thought, oh, it's gonna be like this for us in college, and how it actually turned out, so that all the people who are listening, if there are some people who are going through that transition now of high school to college, they kind of know what they're getting into, like even beforehand, regardless of what college you're in. It's gonna be more or less the same experience when it comes to like meeting people and
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess I can start. Okay, so I really thought I really thought this is what's gonna happen with our college. I thought Insel was gonna go to UP, Anton was going to Ateneo, then it's just me and Ramon in LaSalle. Because I knew Anton wanted Ateneo, then it's UP. So like I was thinking, okay, Insel would really benefit because like the tuition fee is way lower than the other two.
Very
So
Wait, can I just
true.
insert? Can I insert lang? Can I insert?
Yeah, go.
Diba Encel's UP on Tons Ateneo and they're wearing the
oh,
colors
there's
also.
shirts.
The match shirts.
yeah. So yeah, that's what I initially thought. Then when I don't know who, I found out that Incel was going to DLSU before I found out that Anton is not gonna try with the waitlisting with Ateneo. So I was like, okay, so it's the three of us, and Anton's gonna be in Ateneo. I was like, okay, I think that's pretty good now. Then he also went to DLSU. I was like, okay, well that was easy. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen off always,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, we didn't. Yeah, outside of that one Christmas tradition, we tried to like enforce. We didn't hang out that much because it really takes a toll on his time.
Yeah.
Ramon's course was a different like
College.
college in the LSU since he was in like liberal arts while we the rest of us were in business. Then it usually is like me and Anton who somehow get to hang out at times. But in during my first year, I was thinking maybe I should try to just like meet new people, try to hang out with my block a lot. So yeah, it's like first year that's what I really focus, just hanging out with them. Then occasionally I might see one of them. Then second year I tried to do more of that, but I defaulted back. Started hanging out again with Anton because schedules started to match up where we had the same breaks. So I guess like just like try to find time, keep communicate, keep talking. I guess that's what I could say to maintain your high school friendships in college. You know, if you really want to maintain, if you really want something to last, there should be an effort in it, like in any kind of relationship. So yeah, we just talked a lot, even like simple as just like send the meme, keep the GC rolling,
Send.
our group
Talk
chat
about
rolling.
dumb stuff
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
yeah, just like like if we like if we have a quick kwenta, just like if you just like talking helps. Yeah, so you don't have to like hang out in person naman to maintain your friendships naman eh. So that's how we did it. Then it just so happened that before we ended, we were all together again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna jump from Loft because that's like connected. So I being super, optimistic all the time. I was so confident that our group was gonna like be together throughout college. I remember, like, I think there were some times when I'd be like, no, that's not gonna happen to us. We're gonna stay close talaga. Even though all of these guys are like being realistic and like, no, that might not happen because we're gonna be with new people. And honestly, when I started in first year, I started to believe that also because I started hanging out with my blockmates more and seeing these guys a lot less, which also made me appreciate, the times that I got to see them more. But at the same time, I was kind of leaning towards that idea that, oh, maybe I won't stay close to them in college. Like, maybe they were just meant to be like my high school friends. Because I know a lot of people say that like you meet your true friends talaga in college and everything. But I'm here to say that sometimes that's wrong because sometimes your high school friends can become your long-lasting life friends, even throughout college. And even though, we did make as much of an effort as we could to stay close, at least in our case, we were fortunate enough na we kind of all found our way back to each other. Like
That sounds
leading towards the pandemic where literally everyone was cut off from each other. Like we had a few months before that where we found common break times and we'd always be together and it would be just like how it was in high school, which, it was a really good feeling for us because you do tend to miss that, even though you already found another barkada in college. You will start to miss that feeling of having your high school friends around. You know, it's true that like a lot of people go their own way in college and have their own like idea for what their friend groups are gonna be like. But sometimes if you make a little effort, you guys will find your way back to each other, and it'll be like you never split up in the first place. Like us, our dynamic has not changed at all, even if we literally didn't talk for maybe half a year at that time. Like
Yeah.
every time we see each other, it's like we just saw each other yesterday. So sometimes, things will work out. Like the transition from high school to college in terms of like staying close to your friends. It's realistic. It can still stay the same as long as you make the effort.
Yeah, and actually, like for me personally, my view on like friendships that last like for a lifetime, like the real friends, like the real friends in a sense, even if you guys don't talk all the time, when you do talk, no matter how long it's been, but the way you talk is like it's as if you just were, talking all the time anyway. That's like the testament to how real and important the friendship is, because like time doesn't really matter anymore,
Yeah.
since you guys know that we're all gonna eventually go our separate paths and whatnot. Especially me now, relating to my transition from high school to college. Between the four of us, as mentioned earlier, I was actually in a completely different like college in LaSalle. I was in liberal arts, and then these three were in business, College of Business. So I was actually the most, in a sense, the most separated from the group. But I mean, fortunately enough, I did get really close with some of my blockmates, and they ended up being, the guys and gals um, I mean, hang out with in college. So I was with a completely new friend group, and until now we're still close. We're still close too. But of course, my high school friends, syempre, they have like a special place in my heart. So I tried my best to really like reach out and reconnect with these guys. For the first year or so, I was separated. Like I really just the closest that I got to actually like hanging out with these guys were just through like Messenger in our group chat. That's it. I mean, that's like chatting. That's not even like technically hanging out. But like, I don't know, like maybe it was second or third year ish. I did start. This was when we weren't a block anymore. So, because first year we were a block, right? And then, so I was with my blockmates. And then second year came. That's when everybody kind of goes their own kind of paths, depending on their major. I mean, you could, yeah, you're technically still with your blockmates because you have the same major, but you can go to different classes now. Because in first year, our classes were given to us. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
chosen by the
But for
school.
second year, yeah. Second year beyond, we can choose our own schedule. So you could still be with the guys here within your block. You could be separate and whatnot, but take the same classes. So for me, since I had my own freedom with my schedule, I tried to kind of like modify it to fit with the break times of these guys. So we would all coordinate our schedules. We would send our schedules and be like, "Oh, when's your break time? Oh, we have the same break time. We can maybe hang out and whatnot." So yeah, I tried to hang out with these guys like whenever we had similar breaks and catch up. So, and it felt really good because even though for me personally, I was the one who was so far away from them for quite a while, but going back, it's like I was just with them all this time. It's like we were in high school again in the cafeteria in our usual spot, but instead we're in a different school. So yeah, for me, it's really just effort. Effort's really important in maintaining a friendship, relationship, and anything in general, really. And also just knowing that these guys really got your back. that they would understand that you're busy and you're off making friends with other people also, because of course, like as a person, you kind of need to like grow also and try new things and meet new people. But then you will also realize that you have that constant group of people who will always be with you no matter what. And yeah, I can say that these guys are my constant people. So just make sure that you give time and effort, and everything will work out.
Yeah. And it's not only effort that you should give, but I think you should also believe that the friends you make in high school will also be friends that you have made for the rest of your life. Because even if there's effort, but you don't believe that they will be your true friends, then there's no point. So you gotta start from within. You gotta start believing that the people you meet in high school or the people you choose to be friends with in high school are the people you will be friends with for the rest of your life. So once you start believing, this belief will continue. Will continue towards your college life and to your work life and to whatever free time you have in your adult life or whatever. So I know it's coming from me, but even though I was absent for a great year, for a great part in the year in college from these guys, I was absent. I was absent. So, but I still believe that these guys are my real are still real and true friends. So even if I was absent or just communicate through Messenger, never once have I thought that I grew distant from them. I always thought that even if I'm not there, or even if I don't message, or even if I'm not, even if I'm absent from Hangouts, I still believe that these guys are still my friends, and they welcome me back open arms. That when I return, or when I eventually return, when I did, that's what they did, naman. They welcome me back with open arms. So what I'm trying to say is just believe in your friends because they'll surprise you, and don't underestimate them too. Because if you consider them as true friends, then chances are that they'll also consider you as a true friend. And even if you aren't with them continuously or physically, this true friendship will still last because it's already ingrained deep down that you have already established and built a friendship that could potentially last forever, like a contract.
Oh no. Oh
My
no.
heart
Yeah,
was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, can I just add, like,
yeah, go.
Go
so
down.
like for us, so now we're in a pandemic, right?
Yeah,
So obviously everybody is at home. Nobody can really go out and
yeah,
see their like friends anymore, hang out anymore in person. So like for us, it's nice that we kind of had this like have this like podcast going on, because even though like our goal is to just provide fun, good vibes and entertainment to our viewers, this is also our way to kind of like just stay connected and bond even more. And the fact that we get to share like our group dynamic to you guys, and now actually sharing like tips and ways for you guys to also like stay connected with people who are most important to you. It just feels so good, and it really just puts things into perspective that, hey, even though we're stuck here at home, diba, it's where you usually find who the true friends are in your life. The ones who make effort to stay in contact with you despite the crappy internet, or or if you're busy doing like work from home jobs or whatever. So yeah, and like this podcast is our own personal way of making sure that the four of us know that we're all goods, that we could continue to like talk to one another. Because if you watch an episode of our podcast, it's basically like being in our friend group. It's like it's being a screw up.
yeah.
You're like a screw up if you watch this,
Ooh.
because
Honestly,
Yeah.
even if you don't yeah, even if we don't record an episode and talk about the same stuff we talk about in an episode in a normal call, that's basically the same thing as just us hanging out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You're all
we
with
can't-
us.
we-
Whoever's watching
yeah.
this is with us right now.
appreciate it.
Oh,
We
no.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you for being a part of our Screw Ups family.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Before we end, pala, just another thing to say, because I know that a lot of people don't have the same luck as we do when it comes to being all in the same college together. Like I know a lot of people that have split barcadas, like spread around different colleges, and so interacting might not be the same. Like they might have just naturally grown apart or only really get to see each other once every few months. But now that we're in this pandemic situation, this is honestly the perfect time to reach out to people.
Reconnect.
Like this time right now, like what Ramon said, this is when you know who your true friends are, and for all you know, like you and your friends might be afraid to reach out again because you might not know where you stand right now, which is a super normal thing. But like it might be all they need to know that you still care, and it might be exactly what's needed to rekindle your friendship. And for all you know, it might be like you guys never split up either. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Does anyone want to say anything else before we wrap this up?
Goods na. Goods na.
Yeah.
Okay,
we're
Diego,
good.
you wanna end this off
All right.
for us with all the please like or whatever.
Oh, yeah. So,
Like and subscribe.
Kind of shameful, shameless plug.
yeah. So,
So it's not shameless.
thank
it's
you
our
for.
fault.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. Yeah, we have to do this. It helps. So yeah.
Yeah, eventually.
So yeah. Please like, comment, and subscribe
Yeah.
in this video. Or any and like also please follow our pages, which will be down below in Facebook and Instagram. So yeah. Thank you for
Yeah.
watching and see you in the next sesh.
See you in the next episode.
Thanks for tuning in to our Screw Up Sesh. We'll see you again. Screw Up Sesh, Screw Up Sesh. Thanks for tuning in to our stupid podcast.